takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes. Hello, everybody. Welcome and hello. I don't know if we're going to post this one later on. We might. So just in case, welcome and hello. This is Andrew Blakeney, Birth Partner Program. Today's going to be a little bit brief. I'm finalizing a little bit of a training about branding and direct response marketing. I wanted to go hand in hand with kind of what Henry went over yesterday. How many of you guys were on that call yesterday? A few of you, I know. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about it. I want to get your feedback and I want to get questions that you have about what he talked about so that tomorrow we can dive a little bit more into it. I thought it was a pretty cool call. I thought I know Henry's just a rock star. So if it's not up, it will be soon. Let me check. He messaged me something earlier. Not Henry, but Ken messaged me something earlier. Let me see here. Yeah, it'll be up soon. I'll make sure we get it up. Okay. Yeah, that'll be up soon. All right. So, what did you think about yesterday? Talk to me a little bit. People that were on, people that paid attention, that took notes. What'd you guys think?
Yeah.
Agree, Chantel. Yeah, he's about as down to earth. It was funny. I didn't want to make the joke yesterday, but I mentioned to you guys he was at the Speakeasy in November. He was one of the guys he brought up and kind of did little powwow, just sit down interview with, and he mentioned he grew up with family and friends that were like, he was from Jersey, right? And so he had some family and some friends in Jersey and helped them get a job, kind of thing. If you know what I'm talking about, does anybody know what I'm talking about? A little Soprano type action. And he told the story of a couple of those guys when we were at the Speakeasy. So when he was talking yesterday and he was like, oh yeah, my uncle helped me get this job. And he said, you need to go tell him you want 50, anyway, I have a feeling that might have been an uncle that kind of pushed him that way, So anyway, thoughts. Yeah. Branding is everything. So I'm going to discuss some different ideas about branding tomorrow. I really liked his point about making yourself unique, though you may be modeling someone else's success. So you're not just a me too. Yeah. I mean, utilize what you have, but be you in what you put out there. Don't try and be don't try and be everything to everybody, I think is part of that conversation, right? Michael Faber that we've had on is a great example of that. Just like, here I am, he's got his unruly beard. He wears his hat. He's just, here I am. This is me. Deal with it. You like me or you don't, and that's okay. So I had a question about the brand colors. How do you figure out what colors your audience will like? I think it was Scott posted in the Skype group some ideas there. I think the easiest thing to do there is do a little bit of research, get in some groups, look at some of your audience, look some stuff up. The key is pay attention to the audience more than yourself, right? You are rarely your audience. Occasionally we kind of go, oh, but would they pay for this? Especially some of you guys that have the DFI Plus and you're, concerned about pricing it at $1,500 or $1,997 or something like that. There's people out there that are willing to do it. Now you guys have, and I've talked about this. I'll bring something up in a minute when I stop recording. And so I'll get Michael here in a second. I ordered a webcam for my 20-year-old laptop and created a background. Love the idea that with look at things from the ideal client, what makes them great. Great point. I'm stealing content from people I love and creating it with my own voice. Yeah, just make it yours. Mike, you got something.
Yeah. First of all, my son from Davenport, Iowa is down here to visit from the.
Welcome, sir.
Hey, you guys are about the same age. You're twins.
There we go.
Yeah, but
I can't grow the facial hair, so I don't know about it.
And he's been an entrepreneur, but I just wanted to mention, I liked his point yesterday about, people, you are the one that they're interested in before the company. It's right. You. And I like the fact you said, make sure that your website matches the quality of client that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Makes a good impression.
Yeah. One of the first things he talked about was personality. right? Your personality. People will like you. I mean, most of you. There's a couple that I'm not sure, but no, I'm kidding. But just be you. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of us try to hide behind stuff and just be yourself. The psychology of color, amazing. There are amazing guides and websites. It's on an unconscious level, resonates with the ideal client. Yeah, if you see an article or a website that you think is really amazing there, Chantel, or anybody, when it comes to that, go ahead and share. I like what he talked about with text and typography. Too many times people will, like, I see this all the time. I'll see people with like 4 different types of text. They go in and they change things too much, or like on their posts, it's always like, don't try and do that. A lot of times we overthink it, right? It's simple and straightforward. And one of the key elements, just personal brand identity. Pick your color schemes and stick with it. Have 3 colors he talked about. Pick 2 different text types, work with it, and just keep something simple so we can be vulnerable and ourselves. Yeah, absolutely. And so we talked about that with the attractive character, with stuff that Russell Brunson's talked about in .com Secrets and things. Everybody's got the personality flaws, right? Everybody's got something that we've done that's not quite correct. So, you know, look at that. One of the things I loved, he spends time diving into ideal clients so much. What did he do yesterday? Like Sarah and Craig, he looked at you guys and went, oh, you guys are probably on a boat. And so this is you. And boom, 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 right? And he outlined some stuff. Joseph, I don't think I'm not seeing him right now. I don't know if he's on the call. Joseph was sitting outside in the back and he goes, you probably love being outside and doing, you know, working in the yard and doing things. Joseph's a landscaper, right? And he picked that up like that. And partly because, and one of the ways that when we're talking, guys, and I start talking about different ideas, well, if this is you, here's some ideas on what you can do to brand, and here's how you can address your clients. It's just practice. He's done it so much and he's willing to look outside his own perspective. And so that's really one thing you have to do, is put yourself in your client's shoes, right? Your ideal client. Does it matter what sector you're in? Is certain colors relate to certain industries? Maybe, Fahima, it depends on, I think one thing that I would avoid is just neon colors are never going to get you the response you think they are. But yeah, look at your industry, look up some information and you know, decide from there. So I just got a message, please no, 0 people doesn't like it. I think I made the wrong market. Hoodie, I'm not sure. Email me what your niche is, but if people are telling you no, unless they're your market, it doesn't matter. I want to be real clear about that, right? Like if I get a message back, like, you know, I would never buy that. I stop and I go, are these people in my market? And if they are not, then I don't need them to buy it because that's not who I'm targeting, right? That's like the people that, this is social media, okay? So it's like when you go on social media and you go, hey, I just finished this great TV series. Does anybody have a great series to recommend on Netflix or HBO Plus or something? And you get someone that says, well, I think this. And someone says, well, I think you should go watch this series. And they say, and you go, oh, I already watched that. And then someone else comes in and goes, oh, I second that. That's a great one. And you're like, did you even, like, I said I watched that. I'm looking for other ones, right? Well, what about this? Well, that's a movie. I'm looking for a series. Oh, I can't wait until they make this one. And you go, okay, but I want something to watch now. And then you have someone that comes on and says, well, you know, after the kids, me and the wife, we just don't get to watch anything at all. So, you know, you're lucky that you're on and you just go, why did you take the time to comment? I'm asking for a series, right? This has nothing to do, and what you said has nothing to do with me. So if you've got someone that's saying, well, I would never buy that. Oh my gosh. Are they in the industry? No. Okay, then it doesn't matter. Right? If I have a friend or, you know, someone from high school or college, or like I used to be in restoration, I still have some of those friends on my page. And I get someone that messages me and goes, I don't need that. I go, well, no shit, you're a water damage technician. Like, it's obviously not meant for you. I don't comment, like, if one of, let's say, and she's, I don't think she is, but let's say Nike was selling, one of the MLMs with makeup and things, and she posts about this awesome new lipstick that comes out. I'm not going to post on there like, why would I buy that? She's not targeting me. Good for her. Sell your stuff. Come on. So anyway, business color using color. Yep. Thank you for that article. Chantel, if you can drop that into the Skype group. Hoodie, if you're doing arts and crafts, then you're going after people in Etsy. You need to be posting inside of groups as well as your page and say, this is who I'm targeting. And if that's not them, then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, that's really the, if you're targeting people that are doing like Etsy and Pinterest and they're doing their own stuff, and then, you have someone that comes on and says, well, that's not me. And you look and they're auto repair technician. You go, okay, you're right. It's not you. Good for you. Like it doesn't, whatever.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Are there any in line for jury duty? Good luck, David. I've got some of the key elements. I've got some other training I've already put together on branding. I've got some things there. I've got a worksheet that I'm going to give you guys along with it. Any other questions that specific to what Henry talked about yesterday that you want to make sure that I cover tomorrow, or any of the thoughts that are kind of fresh and out there? Yes, no? I'm going to give you the slides. So tomorrow we're going to get into branding and direct response marketing. I'm going to give you the slides for this. Okay. These aren't branded out in a beautiful way. These are informational. And so I'm going to drop some info on you that I've paid a lot of money for over the years to get coached for and pulled from books and people that are much, much better at this kind of thing than I am, that do amazing things. I'm going to give you guys as much of that as I can, along with some worksheets and things that may be helpful in that regard. So that's what I've got. I'm going to ask you guys, drop into the Skype group if you have questions about stuff dealing with branding. So I'm not talking about niche. Okay. Unless you go, hey, I'm thinking about branding like this. This is my niche. This is my message. How do they fit? One of the basic things I'm going to tell you first is like, is that the message that your audience needs to hear? Because ultimately that's what it's about, right? What did he say? 80% is what the audience is needing. And then you fit into that. So anyway, questions about that. Drop it into the Skype group, send it to me privately, whatever you'd like. Is there anybody that's got something fresh? Yes, no, no. Okay. The video should be up shortly, and I will drop into the Skype group. I will message you guys and let you know as soon as it's available, the replay from yesterday. If you haven't watched it, I would watch it. If you did watch it, I would watch it again. There's a lot that he dropped in there that was super helpful. So, okay. I want to, yeah, go ahead, Sarah, Craig, go for it.
Well, we finally launched.
Good for you.
Well, should I say we're finally ready. Thank you, Catalina. And we're in the ready state, shall we say? We're actually in the countdown. And I did the test this morning of trying to buy my own product, and the Stripe sort of circle of death just kept going round and round and round and round. In the end, it timed out and failed. I'm just wondering if there's something that I'm missing or something like that, or is it best?
So without looking at it directly, I can't quite tell. Send me the link and the test link, because you should have a test link. We should be able to walk through. Otherwise, check with message support to ask them to start that process. Send me the link though. I'll take a look, and then we'll figure out where you're stuck.
Super duper. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So think a little bit. We're talking branding, direct response marketing tomorrow, and maybe even Thursday, because there's a lot that goes into that. Specific questions involving that message over. I just saw Chantel dropped into the Skype group. Scott did as well, about colors, fonts.
Sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go
dive in, build yourself. What do you need to do?
How do you stand out? And what you need to do is be that person that's different and it's bigger than you think.
Appreciate you.
Rise from the ashes and fly like the
Second,
phoenix that you are.
have an awesome day. We'll talk.